Welcome back, Flare community. Happy Thursday. I hope you're all well and having an incredible day as always. We've got Crypto Granny in the house. We've got TRT, Valiant Energy, aka John D, and AA Best. Yes, you know what time it is. It's time for the weekly news update where we cover everything that's significant that's happening on both the Songbird and the Flare network. These live streams happen every single week. And of course, if you are interested in having a good old chinwag at the end, to these, I guess, the metrics of the signal providers, so you can always delegate to those who are performing best. Topping the charts this week, we have Lena Instruments in first place. In second place, we have Ivy Oracle. In third place, we have Flare.space. In fourth place, we have Nortso. And finally, in fifth place, we have Flare Dienst. If you're delegating to them, congratulations. And yeah, we'll move on to NFTs on Sparkles. So as you know, Sparkles, the leading NFT platform on the Flare network so far. Topping the charts, again, it's no surprise. I believe Blockbones has been first place for about 100 days now, which is very impressive. We've got Blockbones in first place. Second place, a very new collection, which is the Johnny Lawrence collection. He just launched a new NFT, and he obviously accompanies that with a very beautiful physical print and also an actual physical oil painting as well. If you haven't followed Johnny on Twitter or on X, be sure to do so. In third place, we have Best FTSO, the NFT contract. In fourth place, we have Sparkle's Genesis collection. And in fifth place, we have S-Toads. Jumping on into the news here. As many of you know, you do get Flare drops if you are a holder of wrapped Flare or if you are staking. If that is the case and that is you, then the claim period for the 13th snapshot did occur very recently, just a few days ago. So be sure to claim if that is you, if you haven't already, because of course, the earlier you claim, the sooner you can take advantage of the compounding effect and get that either staked or delegated. 23 more Flare drops to go. We're not even halfway through. So, you know, I think it's a great incentive to hold FLR. I think initially a lot of people were very reluctant about this or had a bit of a negative condensation about this because, you know, a lot of people said that it was negative sell pressure. And right now it's sort of the opposite. When the price is going up, the sentiment really does change pretty fast because now it's almost like it's creating you a lot of money, right? But I'm very happy with the tokenomics as changed by FIP01. There's 23 more to go, like I said, and after that, it's just the inflation, which introduces the new supply, and that is going to trend all the way down to as close to a 0% as you can get over the course of many years to come. So if you haven't claimed yet, be sure to do so. The rate was actually 4.15% for every WFLR that you held, or for the Flare that you had staked. Moving on to this news here, this is from Arkham Intelligence. So they've actually just created or launched a new visualization dashboard. This is what it looks like, and it's something that I think I may actually introduce to the live streams. I haven't built my dashboard yet, but it could be a good idea just to keep a finger on the pulse of the network and sort of check out the activity. There's a lot of information that you can get from this dashboard, and if you are interested, you can follow them at Arkham Intel. They support many different chains, and Flare and the Flare network is just one of them, so be sure to check it out. It's a great way to analyze activity on the blockchain and de-anonymizing it, as they put here, which is pretty interesting. We got Jason asking about when F assets. This is very relevant to that question. F assets beta update open planned for April. Of course, we're in March right now. April is next month, so it's not too far away. And Tim does a great job here of explaining what's been going on behind the scenes. And I don't know if we get any examples here. No, I don't think we do. Oh, there we go. We get some walkthroughs of the process, and I'm sure many of you will be familiar with that. And there has been some demos that have been shown from the Flare Network official account too. But yes, good things are coming. When F assets? Well, the testing is opening on April, so stay tuned for that. Great news for Fleur stakers. If you are staking, which is actually providing higher rewards than delegating, you can claim your most recent Fleur staked rewards. And again, these actually happen every 2 weeks, opposed to the delegation rewards, which happen twice a week, every 3.5 days, right? So just bear that in mind. If you are staking, the reward cycle or the epoch is a lot longer. But yeah, you can now claim, and this was actually earlier today, I believe. Indeed, it was. Speaking of staking, Blockbones has partnered with XToads. So if you are interested in supporting either Blockbones or the XToads project, you can now delegate to Validator 3. That's very important, the XToads Validator 3, and support both projects. The thing is, with XToads, if you do delegate to Validator 3, you can win NFTs, the highly desirable Catchup NFTs. You get to be able to claim S-Ribbits if you join their Discord and message Mr. Sifu. Lots of great benefits. And something else that is interesting is that if you are supporting this via staking, a lot of the funds that are retrieved or gained from this partnership, you can actually, or will actually be used to catalyze the growth of the Blockbones project by using some of them FLR fees to buy back bones and use them to burn in the crematorium contract, which we'll talk about in just a second, and also some other incentives such as providing liquidity providers with an additional APY. So lots going on there. And again, I'm very grateful for the XToads team for facilitating this. Validator 3 if you are interested, and you get a lot of different benefits. So stay tuned. I've got some more announcements coming about this in the near future. If you didn't know, 66 million more FLR was burnt pretty recently. This was on the 8th of March, and it brings them closer to burning a total of 2.1 billion FLR. And this is representative of almost 40% of the initial investor collection. I believe Hugo had to do some hard bargaining to get this across the line, but it's a great way for the investors to showcase their support and the belief in the network. And they also actually committed to using 50% of the profits that the initial investors received to actually fuel the ecosystem, whether that's through grants or whether it's through providing liquidity. It's a great way to really showcase the belief that these initial investors have of the Flare network. And again, I think we're just getting started with all of this, and there's a lot of things that are coming in 2024, which I think will blow people's minds. So we've still got a lot to look forward to. If you didn't know, XRP Portal has just added a new integration that is Solana, and of course they almost do this on a weekly basis. If I'm correct, they announced that they're going to be adding another one in the very near future. Yes, another week, another API Portal integration. And I don't know what you're speculating. I'm guessing HBAR. It looks like these are all the assets that they already have. A lot there that you may be familiar with, some that you may not be familiar with, but either way, this is a great tool for developers to access information about other chains very easily. So just bear that in mind. If you are building applications on the Flare network, this is a very useful tool for you. Expector. So many of you might not know this, but Expector is, I'm sure you've heard of them. It's a metaverse, the Expectorverse as they call it. It recently launched this week, and as you can see, they are very busy sort of traversing this world and checking everything that's going on with it. And it looks really great, if I'm honest, and it seems like the launch was very successful. This initially launched for the XRP ledger, but they're actually over the course of the project, they've been expanding into other networks to XDC and of course HBAR here. And if you didn't know this, they're actually integrating the Flare network too. So project to keep your eyes on, and I'm sure many of you are familiar with this project. And one of the best builders, in my humble opinion, without sounding too biased, is Mr. Doge Hater here. He's created this little area where he's showcasing the Blockbones project in the Expectorverse, and also some of the great, I guess, scenes, what he's been working on. He creates some incredible artwork and 3D NFTs for the XRP side of things as well. And you may have just caught Joel Katz here dancing in the last couple of seconds. He's absolutely incredible, and he's a member, the artistic director of the Blockbones team. I'm very honored to have him as a part of it. Moving along, we've got this from Kinetic Market. They're obviously building a network that operates an algorithmic, non-custodial lending platform, so you can borrow and loan out your assets on this platform. And they just released a tokenomics Medium article. So if you are interested, you can give that a read. And if you just want a quick overview, this is how the funds are allocated. 20% to protocol development, 30% for liquidity incentives, 20% for launch and exchange liquidity, and 30% for ecosystem growth. In total, 1.5 billion with a B. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this launching, and I believe it is coming this quarter. News from XDeFi. This is a speculation that, I think they're actually going to be launching on Songbird first, which is very much welcomed. And if we click on this, you may be wondering where I drew this from. Well, this is their reply from the official account, of course. And this was from CannedDAO asking 5% of those networks end up on SGB, that's Songbird, simply because the lack of builders and utility on Songbird. Besides Enosis, there isn't really anyone seriously building on SGB. Both Kinetic Markets and XDeFi skipped Songbird and went straight to the Flare network. Well, XDeFi have said that we have a surprise coming, which may hint that it is going to be actually deployed on Songbird too. Take that with a pinch of salt. I'm obviously just reading in between the lines there, but to me, it seems pretty obvious. I don't know, you can make up your own minds on that. We will see. Moving on, we have this from Sparkles. It's been 3 years since their journey began, and this so far. And they sort of break down some of the new numbers here. And also, if we scroll down, they talk a little bit about a new token that's launching this quarter. That's quarter 2. And yeah, pretty interesting stuff. And I think this may be the reason why, if we go back to Sparkles here, you can see that it is their initial Genesis collection is with indeed the top 5 collections of the week. So maybe it's something to do with this. Keep your eyes peeled on Sparkles to see what they're going to bring forth with their next iteration of the NFT, and also this new collection that they're merging from the old collections. If you are a Lucky Claw holder, congratulations to, I think it was Lucky Claw holder 365. You won all of these prizes: 50,000 FLR, a Flare Community physical poker deck. We got a Blockbones NFT, a Floor Sweeper NFT, a Flaretopia, aka Flamingos NFT, a Phoenix Project NFT, and a Johnny Lawrence NFT as well. Of course, we do these live streams every single month, and to be in with a chance of winning one of these jackpots, all you have to do is hold a Lucky Claw NFT. So congratulations to the winner there. It was always a lot of fun when we do them live streams. News from Uppercent, they revealed the Access Pass artwork, and this is what it looks like. I actually really quite like this. I think it looks great, and if you didn't know, they're building an educational platform which allows secondary sale of courses. And recently, they have announced a pre-sale offer. So if you participate in the pre-sale, you actually get over 33% off. So this is priced in dollars, and they're utilizing the FTSO, that's the Flare Time Series Oracle, to price this dynamically, meaning the price is fixed in US dollars and the price that you pay in FLR fluctuates dependent on the current value of FLR. They've reduced this from $149 down to $99. So if you are in the market and want to expand your knowledge specifically on artificial intelligence and emotional intelligence, then this is the course for you. Be sure to check it out. You can find them at a percent with a little underscore at the end over on X. Speaking of a percent, if we go here, there is an announcement for a giveaway between Blockbones and a percent. If you are on the pre-sale list, you have a chance of winning 2 unrevealed Blockbones NFTs, which currently sell for between 5,000 and 7,000 FLR. And anyone that's holding a Blockbones NFT has a chance of winning 2 % access passes to their very first course. And something to note is that these access passes, there's only 750 of these that are going to be available. So either way, if you win on either side, congratulations. It is quite a good deal, and all you have to do is hold the NFTs, right? So looking forward to that giveaway. It does conclude on the 24th of March, so you still do have some time if you do want to either pick up a Blockbones or get involved with the a % access pass. So yeah, moving on to Blockbones actually, because it's been quite a busy week for me. I introduced this Bones mega deflation mechanism, and it's pretty interesting. So over the next 2 years, the total supply of bones, the native assets powering the Blockbones ecosystem, will reduce at an ever increasing rate. Currently, the burn rate is at 9.5 bones every 15 minutes, and that can only be increased. And you can see this via the smart contract. I'll just quickly click on it here. If we go to the code, here we go, look, 9.5 burnt, sent to the burnt address. But if you go to the code base here, you can actually see the contract here. And if we go down here, set the burn rate, there is a requirement here where the rate has to be greater than the current burn rate. A bit technical for some people, but if you are interested in transparency, you can find this smart contract over on the Flare Explorer. Also, with Blockbones, we're just introducing in the next couple of weeks special trait auctions, and these auctions allow you to equip your Blockbones NFT with this one-of-one unique NFT. It's going to be used as an auction mechanism, and the funds raised will contribute towards catalyzing the growth of the project. Of course, with anything Blockbones related, please feel free to follow them at block_bones with a Z or a Z. And yeah, lots of exciting things going on with this project. It's definitely keeping me busy, and I'm very grateful for everyone who has supported it so far. It's obviously the best-selling NFT collection on the Flare network by quite a stretch, and something that I'm very proud of, and I'm looking forward to building out innovation and highlighting some of the novel mechanics of the Flare network moving forward. So that is pretty much the news. I just wanted to round up some things off here about the crypto market in general. You know, recently we saw quite a big increase in price for many different assets. Bitcoin especially reaching new all-time highs. You've got to be prepared because there was occurrences where Coinbase was going down because of the high volume. And if you do want to have that safety net, and I appreciate many people here may already know this, the best thing that you can do is learn how to use a DEX, a decentralized exchange. You know, when you use a centralized exchange like Coinbase or Bitrue or Uphold, you're very much reliant on the infrastructure of that centralized company. But when you trade on a DEX, the infrastructure is actually just the network itself. So something to bear in mind. And if you do want to if you find yourself in a position where you're holding assets and you want to sell, but your favorite exchange is not available, then this at least gives you a route in which you can sell at any time of the day without having the burden of relying on the infrastructure of a centralized exchange. So something to take note there. And again, that pretty much rounds up this week's news. Of course, we are heading over to the Flare Community Discord. If you do fancy it, all you got to do is scroll right to the bottom here and we'll be in the chat. Where are we? Somewhere around here. It's completely lost now. Where are we? Oh, there we go. So it's going to be... Well, it's here somewhere. There we go. Right, no, I don't know. Well, it's somewhere in here. Wow, my eyes are really, oh, there we go. It's the community stage. My bad, guys. It's been a long day developing, but yeah, if you do fancy a good chinwag, feel free to join us here. We're going to be there for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. It really depends, but we talk about all things Fleur, sort of sometimes like share strategies as well. Everyone is welcome, and I believe there is a link in the description if you are interested. So, with that said, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed, please feel free to do so. Of course, like the video to help get the word out. I'll see you in the Discord if you fancy joining, but if not, have yourself a great weekend. And until next time, I'm out.